Well, you know, when I was assigned to my mission, it's just a huge privilege to be able to go to space, and I wanted to share this opportunity with as many people as possible, and also to try and use it to inspire young people to think about their futures and exploration in a different way. So I hope I've been able to do that. Over. Outside the space station called the magnetic spectrometer, which is a great name, and it's actually currently detecting dark matter, and it's been looking for a number of years. It's going to stay on the space station for a few more years to come. Over. We have huge solar panels outside the space station. In fact, it was my job on a spacewalk to go and repair the electrical energy from the solar panel, and that's what powers everything you see on the space station. We have enough power up here to power about 90 ohms. Over. I'm very lucky. The European Space Agency has a great track record of flying its astronauts, and there are plenty more missions coming up, all sorts of destinations, and we hope the moon will be one of those.
There's quite abrupt changes in signal level.
Outside of my career time frame, though. Yes, disease can exist in space, as you know, on Earth. In fact, we have some experiments outside the space station that are testing just how well some forms of bacteria and microorganisms can cope with the vacuum and the temperature fluctuations in space. I mean, that's a great question. You know, at first, everything is more complicated in space. Putting on your clothes, brushing your teeth, eating and drinking, you just have to learn to get used to microgravity. But thinking about that now, you know, I don't have any problem with any of those everyday tasks. You just get used to microgravity. Over.
Just checking if we're pointing the right way. Yeah, it's just super.
We don't get any sort of discoloration from the sun's rays going through the atmosphere, so we see a pure white ball of light. It's very, very bright, and we don't look at it. Over.
Yeah, we're getting trouble, so.
That's a fun question. Obviously, present, I would invite my family to be here because I miss them very much. But other than that, I think past would be absolutely Isaac Newton.
When I switch it to the left hand, it's completely wrong.
And I think it will be wonderful for him to see how far we've come today, and for him to be able to put some of his laws into practice up here on the space station. And also present, I think Professor Stephen Hawking. I would like to give him the opportunity to come up and see planet Earth from space. Over. Rosie, your heart beats slower normally in space because it doesn't have to work so hard. It has a really easy time pumping the blood around your body because it's not having to fight against gravity. So the heart muscle normally shrinks a little bit and it pumps slower. Over?
Yeah. Halfway they switched.
You know, I think the most important thing is to let your children make their own choices and to do what they're passionate about. That's what I've done throughout my life. So I would just encourage my children to follow their dreams and to follow what makes them happy and what they're passionate about. Over. Well, everything in space obeys the laws of gravity, so yes, that affects molecules and atoms, and so they do behave differently, which is why we see these changes in microgravity to what's compared back to on planet Earth. Over. Yes, I think the planets are a little bit brighter and a little bit easier to see. Certainly Mars seems to stand out more from up here than it does on Earth. Over. I would never have dreamed, my younger self would never have dreamed that I'd be up here on the space station talking to you down on planet Earth today. So I would just encourage myself to not change anything and to do exactly the same as I've done. Over. It's very difficult to choose one experiment out of 250 that we're doing up here, but personally I think the protein crystal growth experiment has got tremendous potential for helping to develop new drugs against disease. Over. I enjoyed Gravity just because it was a great movie. The cinematography and the way it depicted planet Earth was beautiful, but the science fiction was not quite accurate. We're investigating all sorts of things. Just this week alone, we've got the protein crystal growth I spoke about. I'm doing experiments on the electromagnetic levitator, looking into new materials, new metal alloys that we could be developing. Of course, I'm doing lots of experiments on my own human body, which will hopefully benefit people in terms of medical treatments back on Earth as well. Over. What a great question. Well, it would simply obey the laws of physics, and it wouldn't stop until something stopped us. And it would just travel according to space-time, so it would change its direction according to any gravitational influences that came upon it. Over.
Oh, there's still 20 degrees left, so they have some time.
Hi Francesca, well, it's space missions don't come around that often, so it's nice when you have a mission to be able to name it after somebody or something and then create a patch around it. I was just really fortunate to have this patch here, done as a competition and designed by Troy on Blue Peake, and I'm really proud of that mission patch. Over. Hi Rosie, they don't grow faster, but they do grow differently. The plants don't know which way is up or down because there's no gravity. And normally, plants like to know which way is down. The roots will grow down and the stem will grow up and then they'll look to the light. So they still grow towards the light source, but the root systems in microgravity are all spindled up and they don't know which way to grow. Over. Yes, I think for me being back on Earth will be the same. I'm looking forward to getting back on Earth, seeing friends and family and breathing fresh air again. So I think it will feel quite normal for me. Over. And hello to Golf Bravo 1 Delta Hotel Sierra, the Derby High School of Studies, and anybody, if you can still hear me, then I'd just like to say thanks for the great questions. It's been wonderful talking to you this afternoon, and have a great day. Goodbye.